not out. Panthers keeping it in. Nosek shot into the chest of Wall. And he will stop play with 2:33 left to play in the season. Well, Mr. Ralph, got an off-season that's going to be rather eventful, I should think. Looking forward to being back with you next year. All things considered, hopefully it will be...
It's 28 or 29 we've wrapped up together.
29? Yeah.
Wow. So I did go back and look at that Pittsburgh series of 99 when Lonnie Bohannes got into the lineup against Pittsburgh. 6 points in 6 games against the Penguins. 3 goals and 3 assists. And something the Leafs needed was somebody to get hot here in this series, and really nobody was what you'd consider hot.
Marchand gets the puck into the goal crease, and Wall will cover up on it.
And now somebody has thrown a cup or something, and that's
like a beer or whatever, and it's all the way out into the middle of the rink. Time to scrape it off at this point.
And how smart are you to spend $30 on a beverage and throw it onto the ice?
Face off in the Toronto zone. Launched to center ice. Knocked back by a glove pass to stop play. Pretty sure the officials just let things kind of roll here. I don't really think we need to be...
Yeah, well, I know we said coming into the playoffs, this team is different. But are they going to be better? And this is just going to be stacked onto the shelf with the list of previous heartaches that this group has taken us through.
Nylander's, yeah. Well, Mitch Marner's contract up. John Tavares' contract up. A lot of speculation that will see at least Marner going elsewhere.
Yeah. And you got a different pool to choose from. Who would want to come here?
Well, that's the part that I was going to say. I mean,
Sam Bennett.
The way and what we're seeing too here with how the fans are reacting and everything. But you know what? I'm pretty sure that if this was in Boston and it was the same thing, you're going to see the fans being as upset or anything else. You can't really blame them for it. It's been so long that the frustration has been there that just will not subside until someone actually does something to get them over the hump. Yes, they've made the playoffs every year. And that is something to hang your hat on. But once you get here, you got to do something.
Eventually, you got to hang your jacket on something. Right?
Yeah. Well, Mike Ross is about to give us the news that this season is coming to a close. Puck is in the Toronto zone. Panthers push it into the corner. And around back of the net, the Leafs will get it up on the wing and get it out at center ice. Back into Florida territory. Chip back in over the line. Not many folks left in the building, and it's hard to disagree with that. A very, very disappointing effort by this team.
Well, 2 of the last 3, right?
Yep.
1 very good and 2 horrible. And not often are you allowed 2 horrible games of the playoff series and you come out on top.
Not when it's the 2 of the last 3 games of a series, that's for sure. Pounded out at center, final 10 seconds ticking down. And the Maple Leafs season will come to an end, and congratulations to Paul Maurice and his Florida Panthers, who are moving on to tangle with the Carolina Hurricanes. That series will start Tuesday night. And the Maple Leaf season comes to an abrupt and embarrassing end here. The teams will line up and shake hands. But what a demonstration and a dominance. And you look at the one side, yes, the Leafs were bad, didn't do, but Florida just dominates you offensively in the offensive zone. They just keep you in there all the time.
But not for the first 2.5 games.
No. But when they got their game going.
Or when somebody gave up theirs. And, I think when you looked at the first 2 wins at home, you thought, they're exposing something. They're getting pucks out quickly. They're getting on a forward check. They're creating off the rush. And it just seems to be more than motion. I mean, if more people are going to say it's more on the Leaf side, this result, than it is the Florida side. But I think it's a 50-50 combination. Florida Panthers are that good. But to lose like this twice at home, and even having a chance to close out Ottawa and being shut out, there's 3 games where you could have done something substantial at home ice, and you score 2 goals in the 3 games, and you're outplayed badly.
Interesting interaction between Anthony Stolarz and Sam Bennett. Bennett's elbow, or the shot that hit Stolarz earlier, forced him out of the playoff series.
Yeah, I mean, I still believe, going back to that, it was a shot to the head in the first period. That was the first hit. Bennett's, I think, was the second one, and you get 2 headshots in a short period of time, it's going to do damage. So I don't think Bennett tried to avoid him, but I also think that initial shot that you saw Anthony Stolarz shaking his head, trying to shake it off in the first period, did most of the damage. But you're right, it's interesting to see, like Bennett did come out and say we were teammates.
Yep.
He's a good friend of mine. I called him. There was no intent, but unfortunately, Anthony Stolarz does not make a difference in the last 3 games of this series.
No.
Well, unless he was playing forward.
No. Well, he and Bobrovsky having a final chat, and Joseph Woll will shake hands with Bobrovsky to end the handshake. And what's left as far as the Leafs fans are concerned are here. And the Leafs are going to head off here after a humiliating 6-1 decision against the Florida Panthers. And